So after creating an entity, so if you want to modify anything, like you want to change the other feature you want to enable, after once you create the entity, right? There are some features you will not able to enable, or some features you will not able to change it. Some properties you will not able to change it. Some of them you can change it, but some of them you will not able to change it. Okay. So what you want to here, see what the properties you can change it. So you can click here, display name, you can change it. Fuel name, you can change it. Description, you can change it. If you go to the here, you cannot change the schema name, logical name, entity type, and entity ownership. That we have already discussed. While creation itself, you have to be very careful. If you create it wrong, then you have to delete the entity and you have to recreate it. You cannot change the ownership type. So other features like so these all the features you can enable it. Later, whenever you want it, you can enable it. This remaining all. There is no restriction in it. Okay. So now this is like a once we have created a table, right? Now within the table, okay. So if a user wants to use this table, what is the thing you have to do? You have to create a columns, right? We have discussed about the fields. Fields is nothing but columns in new Power Apps, right? So if you want to create any columns, if you expand this table here, so these all are the entity customizations or table customizations. These are all the things you can see here are when you select the table in the overview, you can see here. Same things. Okay. So in that, the first concept is the columns. Okay. So when you click on columns, see when you create a table, by default, some columns will be created. So like created by delegated, and created on, modified by modified on. Name is the default column. Whenever you create a one table, name column will come by defaultly, and name column will be the primary column. Okay, name column will be the always the primary column for the entity. So what is mean by primary column? Okay. No, it's a lookup. It's a primary column means. So whatever the primary column you set it, that will come as a lookup display name. Okay. For example, we have a one entity, and we have that entity, we have a lookup to the account entity. So this custom entity, what is the primary column? You enter the data in the primary column. That column will be displayed in a lookup field. Once you select the record, that display right with the link, that display name it will come from the primary column. Okay, but you want to do much customizations there. That's standard behavior. So always will be the name will be the primary column. Okay. So if you want to create a columns, right? If you want to create a new column, click on new. Okay, click on new column. What is the column name? Display name. Again, same thing, description. So for example, I want to give the first name. So this will be my display name. This will be the thing. And here is the data type. So we have a data types. Okay, here generally in the in the classic mode, you will see all the data types will display. but here little bit it's like a change. UI little bit is got changed, but the functionality is the same, but navigation is got changed. Okay, so navigation is got changed. You can search this one, what the data type you wanted. So earlier we have a single line of text, multi-line of text. These all the things we have, but now also we have. If you have to click on here in the text, you will go here. You can see the options: plain text, text area, rich text, email. So earlier we have this format. Yes. Format option. In the format, you can see in the classic, right? Now here in the new, they're given it. You just want to use the plain text, or you want as a text box, or you want as a rich text. Rich text means HTML code also it will allow. Like HTML tags also will allow. Okay. And email. So if you want to create a on your form, you need an email field where you want to store an email. So email has some validations, right? At the rate should be there. After at the rate, there's some characters, dot should be there. Some validation, basic Microsoft validations will be there. If you create a field as email, then all the email validations will take automatically. General గా ఇప్పుడు ప్లెయిన్ టెక్స్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఈమెయిల్ రాసాం, ఈమెయిల్ మనం ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నాం వాలిడేట్ చేయదు. ఓకే, అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, మనం సపరేట్ గా జేఎస్ కోడ్ కానీ లేదా మన వాలిడేషన్స్ మనం రాసుకోవాలి. జేఎస్ కోడ్ కానీ ఇంకా వేరేది ఏమన్నా వాలిడేషన్ కోడ్ రాసుకోవాలి. సో when you select type it as an email with the text, when you create it as an email, then it will take care. Same with the phone number. Okay, so same with the phone number validation also. If you create as a field as a phone number, so make a entity creation law. Okay, you want to store the phone numbers, then you have to come here the column type as a text. You have to take it and you have to select as a phone number. Okay, ticker symbol, like it's like some tick mark when you get it. Those kind of fields if you want, but very rarely we will use this type. Okay, this format. And URL. So in the form you want to just store the some URL. So like a www.google.com. You enter and you save. So what is the difference? You can ask me what is the difference. You have a already text field. If you select as a URL type, what it will be? If you enter a text field, you cannot able to click. If you click it, it won't take to that website. If we select as a URL type, then when on the form you enter the URL, when you click it, it will go to that website. Okay, then we have a multi-line of text. So in classic we have a separate data type for that. Here also we in the backend it will be go to the separate, but layout it's got changed. Okay, you guys should not look for this one. You know, you guys should not search for again. Okay, so just do some practice based on this one. So you can see that multi-line of text, and then you can see the rich text. Rich text is like a HTML code, or all kind of a HTML codes it will be stored. Okay, so that is a text data type. And next one is number. Number again we have a whole number. Whole number everyone knows. This is all everyone knows. I'm expecting. Okay, whole numbers it will start from the minus. It will be minus numbers to plus numbers. You can restrict when you create a field. You can restrict where what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value. Between that you can restrict it. But decimal it will start from a minus to -2 plus with it will come like a points. -10, 10.2. Okay, but float, definitely it will start with the positive numbers only from 0 to. Okay. Language code. This is very important. This is came in recently. So if you know most of them, each language they have some code. For English, no, ENS is the thing, but number also will have. So let me tell you the language codes here. Okay. I want to tell you, see, EU, this is ISO standard code and numbers also will be there. Okay. This will be the okay. So this is the language course will be there. Okay. So that if you wanted some language code, okay, some language code lookup, I mean like option set or some field where you want to, okay, select some language codes. So here we can select this one. Okay. Number, right? So duration means it's like a time. 1 second, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. The duration drop down it will come. Time zones, you know, right? IST, EST, CST, all the time zone lookups if you want it. I mean, time zone drop down you want it, you can create this one as this one. And date and time, we have two things. You know, date only, that means you only date and time, it will show the date and time. Lookups again, we have a lookup and customer. Okay, lookup means it's a relationship. We'll talk more while we are explaining in the relationships. So lookup field will come from a relationships. Customer field is a lookup. Again, it's a kind of a lookup, but the customer field, it will show the both account and contact values. Both it will show in a single lookup only. Either you can select accounts, either you can select the contacts. Okay. So sometimes if you want it like a customer in the same field, I want to show the accounts. The same field I want to show the contacts. It depends upon the customer. It depends upon the user requirement. Some users some records they will select the contacts. Some records they will select the accounts. Both the records they want to select it. Then we will select a customer look. We will create a field with the customer lookup. Choice, I think you know this one very well. Is a yes or no choice. Again, choice. If we select it, we have a multi-selection option set, 2 option set. Yes or no is a 2 option set. Choice will have a normal option set, multiple option set. Again, within the option sets, we'll have a global option set and local option sets. Global option set means in the top level, you will define an option set, same option set, we can use it here. For same options, multiple entities, you can use it. That's a global option set. Local option set means what the options you are giving within the entity only you can able to use that options. So currency, you know, and auto number. So you want to generate a unique number, automated number. So like a auto number, whenever new record is created, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that like whatever the format you give, in that format only that numbers will generate. Previously, we don't have this feature. We have to develop a plugin. Okay. 2013, 2014, 2011, these 2016. Also, we face the some issue. What is the issue there? We should develop a plugin, right? If the multiple people at the same time, multiple people creating a records, right? Multiple people creating a records. If you go sequentially, one record is created, we can get the what the previous record is number and we get increment. Same people will create at the same time, then what will happen? Duplicate numbers will get assigned to the multiple records. Same number will be get assigned to the multiple record. That's the biggest problem. Okay, there is a lot of things, troubleshooting, lot of things will do that within the. That's the biggest story in previously. Now the Microsoft itself now giving that feature now. Okay. Even we rate a separate configuration entity, auto number entity, and there we are updating the latest number and take that number for every plugin and we'll assign it. And you in the plugin we have a transaction, right? Okay. So when we are discussing in the plugin, there we have a concept called pipelines. Okay. Is plugin is executing or something will be there. So that condition will kept it. And sometime we'll check like how much this plugin is triggered how many times. So that's like a biggest issue. Okay. So that later it started out and later we started with the real-time workflow, started using the real-time workflow. So synchronously. Now I think then in previous versions, they have given a code. Through code for an entity, you can create a auto number field. Then what they have did in now the latest versions, they are given a data type itself as an auto number. Okay, earlier auto numbers we have for only case, quotation, invoice. These are the 3 to 4 entities they are generating automatically. But if for custom entities, we have to write a plugin or all this stuff. Okay. So file, this is a new data type they have given to us. So we don't have this feature in the before 2016. 2016 we don't have. So I think in the latest version they have given this files. They given a field separately, type of the field. Earlier, if you want to attach the file to the entity, we will be uploading to the nodes annotations. But now directly you can upload the field to the file to the field. Okay. That it will be store the data file converted to the binary and that stored in the backend. Okay. So next one, formula. Formula type. I think this is the new thing they are given, data type as a formula. We can enter like a, I think this is related to the FX formulas. So some calculated fields. Okay, these things for that. Okay, but I will explore more on this one. Then I will tell you this one. So now each type when you select it right here, text, the single line of text, it came automatically. Okay, see. If I select the email format came as this one. Here in the format also again you can change it. Okay. Here behavior also is important. Simple or calculated and roll off. Okay, these things we'll discuss it later. Okay, because that's not required for now. So once we done with the plugins, then we'll come back for the calculated fields and roll-up fields. And we have a requirement level. If you want to make the field entity level is mandatory, then you can select a business required. Make it app recommended. Okay, business recommended. Recommended means it's a business required means you will get a star. Business recommended means it's a plus. You will get a plus. Okay, you will get a plus symbol. So what is mean that? So like when you are creating a table, okay, all the columns, people, salesperson doesn't know. So like they may be know at a high level. Okay, so what we are suggesting to them, so it's a like a if you know well and good, you can enter it. If you doesn't know, even though you can be able to save it. Okay, it just we are intimating them to the salesperson. Okay, if you know the data, please enter. Else, okay, it's okay. We will allow them to say. But if it is a business required fields, then he has to enter the data mandatory. Okay, he has to enter the data mandatory. Optional means it's not mandatory. This is all about the columns. Okay. So next forms. So basically, we have a forms, right? Whatever the fields you have created in the background, in the UI, if you want to show, we will select these forms. Okay. So what are the different types of the forms we have? So we have a main form, quick view form, quick create form, and card form. So why quick create form is not enabled for us? Because in the entity level, we haven't selected that option. Allow to use the quick create form, quick create feature. We haven't selected that. That's the reason here this form is not enabled to us. Okay. So main form means in the app, whatever you are seeing it, that's a main form. Quick view form means one entity data you want to show in a other entity. So I have a child entity data I want to show in a parent entity. Okay, that's where we will use the quick view forms. Okay, card forms also it's the same. Okay, quick create form is like when you click on a plus in the top, quick create feature, what the form it will show, that's a quick create form. So here on the form design, so things is got changed here also form design. Okay, all the table columns it is showing here. You can search here. Okay, so form components, see components like what are the sections, tabs, what are the spaces, grids. So earlier in the top you have the insert button, right? Now it's showing here. Okay. Okay, earlier we are showing here. Let's say you want a one column tab. You can drag and drop here. See. Yeah, I click multiple times. That's why it came here. Okay. If you want to delete it. So if you want to delete this one, You can select here. Delete that. So left side it's showing. If you double click it, or you can drag and drop where you want it. Okay, when you click it, it's coming. Even drag and drop also it will work, but somehow it's not working in my machine. So you know this all the controls, right? One column tab, so two column tab, one column section, two column section, quick view, and subgrade how we can insert, timeline control, spacer, and layout. Layout means it's like a one column tab, two columns tab. Okay, tabbed. This is what the new control. You know this one. Okay. So okay, this a new control. So one tab you can give it. Whatever the icons we can also select this one. So it will come as a tabs. So when I click on here, this is a control, it will come. This is a tab wise. When I click on first tab, second tab, it's like a collapsed kind of a things which will come. That's a new control, it came. Okay. This is a new control. And in the display, this all like a how to do this one. Timelines, import, media. And now we have a AI builder, we can insert it. Power BI, we have a Power BI report also, we can insert it on the form. Earlier, we don't have these many controls in the world. We can insert the Power BI, you can insert a media, web resource, image, even map control. We have a map controls, right? You can insert that map also to the form. And whom knows to whom. This like a new control, it's like a it's not that like in the lead and some kind of a functionality. This is like a email to lead. It will be that's a new functionality. Okay. So business card reader. So this is the new control. How many people knows the business card reader? So this is the new section which will come with the I mean that this will work only on the phones or sometime in the web application also. When you click on that, it will scan our visiting card. Business card means that's a visiting card, right? That business card, if you show it, that will read and populate the data in this section. In the Canvas app, we have this control. Okay, so options checkbox, forms, you want to star rating. This all like a rating field. Even in the model driven apps also, those are coming now. So these are the new features we need to explore. Okay, radio buttons from there, from the beginning. Rich text editor, pen control. Okay, what are the forms we have? It's all the things it's coming now. Okay, relationship health. Okay, if you want to insert a Canvas app on the form, you can have a Canvas app also. We can insert it. Canvas app, we can develop it. That same Canvas app we can insert on our form also. So there's a lot of controls which we can go through it. Okay. So I want you to have a look each one. And here like a external website. So you want to call some website within the iframe. Earlier we have a control with the iframe, right? So now with the external website, it's just like they change the names, some kind of a controls, but it's the same behavior, most of the things. Okay. And next on the form, these are the design. You can easily do it. Next thing, it's like a fields. What the fields you want to insert, you can drag and drop it from here. And next one is like a header section, you know, right? Every form will have a header, body, footer. Within the body, you will have a number of sections. Okay. This is what the JavaScript library. So earlier you want to go to the form events, right? Earlier you are going to the form events. And there you are adding a first form libraries. So now you need to add it here. Okay, here you need to add it, this form library, and trigger points. Again, it's on the field level or form level, whatever it is. Okay. And see form libraries here also in the top. Okay. So this is one is like a new business rules. Business rules, if you want, you can create from here, from top. And form field, what field you want to insert, you can insert from here also. And here form properties. So here you will do all our form properties like events. Okay, form display name, form description, form maximum length. Okay, events like a onload, on save. This you can add a library, then you can add a event also, right? And other thing, form settings. So this form should enable to the which security roles. So currently it's for every security role we have. If you want to enable a specific security role, we can select what the security role it is. Okay, these are like a form order. Like you have a 2-3 forms. Which form you want to show it? Main form first, second form, this one. Okay, this order, as of now, we have only one form, then we can do it. This is fallback forms. That's a like a legacy. Old forms also if you want to display, you can use the old forms. Okay. So form access checker is a place where you can check like a user having access this second role on this app. Is it having access to this one, this form or not? These are the new features they have given. Anyway, you know this save and publish. Okay. So this is about the forms.